It's a new and expensive way to recruit and retain detention officers.
Both the DeKalb and Clayton County sheriffs spend millions on fleets of electric vehicles, not to move prisoners or search for criminals, but as a job perk for employees to commute to and from work.
Clayton County sheriff has come under some fire over his EV fleet, not just because of the cost, but because some of those cars sit idle in a parking lot, still bearing dealer tags.
Fox 5 team reporter Johnny Edwards asked the sheriff, how is this expense justified? Johnny?
That's right, and Clayton County Sheriff LaVon Allen had plenty to say, even if his critics aren't buying it. Allen, who succeeded his godfather, Victor Hill, faces a runoff election tomorrow. Among the criticisms hurled his way, spending $3 million on a fleet of 99 Chevrolet Bolts, even though the county doesn't have charging stations.
Hello, how you doing? All right.
Clayton County Sheriff LaVon Allen, a lawman with a $44.3 million budget who's not shy about asking for more money.
Everything you see here is medical, food service, and or dealing with employees and employee salaries.
Above and beyond his budget, he's asked for $3.6 million for lock repairs, $2.1 million for 33 more deputies, $2.3 million for tasers, body cameras, washers and dryers, security upgrades, and other supplies. The list goes on. How much extra have you asked for in your budget?
How about an extra $33 million?
So when Sheriff Allen bought a fleet of 2023 Chevrolet Bolts, price tag $3 million, some people didn't take it well.
It's a waste of money, and it seems to be an ongoing thing with the Sheriff's Department.
One of the critics, the man who not only heads the panel that controls county purse strings, but who's also facing him in a runoff for Clayton County Sheriff.
I think he's made some purchases that were not rational, such as the EVs.
But the sheriff isn't ducking the controversy. He told the Fox 5i team he can explain.
When I came in as a sheriff's office, I was working at about 40% employment capacity, and I had to find a way to get all of my positions filled. So one of the things I thought about was incentivizing the employees.
Allen said he took inspiration from DeKalb County Sheriff Melody Maddox, who last year began leasing 100 Chevy Bolts as take-home vehicles for detention officers, a way to recruit and retain employees. Allen also gives the take-home EVs to clerks.
And it worked. In 6 months' time, we were able to become fully staffed. I went from 40% to 100%.
A big difference in DeKalb, Sheriff Maddox not only has a budget more than twice as big as Allen's, but also 16 charging stations.
There's no infrastructure in place for electric vehicles to be charged while at work. And if we're going to make that kind of purchase at the amount of money that he purchased them at, we need to make sure that they are fully equipped.
Sheriff Allen says that for now, employees with the Chevy Bolts can charge them by plugging into a wall at home or by finding other charging stations. We asked the sheriff's office for an accounting of all employees who've been assigned the Bolts. It turns out the only record is this dry erase board with car numbers and last names.
That is inexcusable. What if somebody goes in there and erases the whole thing? Where is the backup for that?
But for some of the sheriff's critics, it's not just the purchase of the cars that bothers them. It's the fact that a year later, some of these cars are still sitting in his parking lot unused, with dealer tags. Chairman Turner alleges that at one point, he saw 30 to 40. In early June, we counted 10.
It's irresponsible, especially when using taxpayers' money, to have vehicles sitting in the back lot.
I extended it to them as a courtesy.
Allen, though, blames the county government, saying he had an arrangement to set aside 25 EVs for other county departments to use. But he says the county never picked up the cars. The issue came up on the campaign trail during a candidate forum in March.
The 22 cars that you see are sitting belongs to the Board of Commissioners. So, Sheriff Allen, please don't get your cars. You have to please, because I'm a firm believer that we don't buy equipment and have equipment sitting around.
We reviewed internal emails that show there was a discussion between Sheriff Allen and the chief operating officer about the county using 25 cars. What's in dispute is who approached who and whether the county meant for the sheriff to immediately set the cars aside and not put them to use himself. That dry erase board confirmed what we saw in the parking lot. 10 of the 99 cars remain unassigned, still waiting for county license plates. Russ, Courtney?
Well, there's a fair point that there's a cost involved in having cars just sitting around. It is a nice perk to have a vehicle like this. What are the employees allowed to do with those vehicles, John?
Yeah, I wondered about that myself. There is a take-home policy, and only the county employee themselves can drive the car. No spouses, no children driving them, and they're only for going to and from work, and any stops along the way. No driving them to the mountains or Orlando, and if you use it to be moonlighting as an Uber driver, the sheriff said that'll get you fired.
Well, it'll be interesting to see as you continue to follow this story what comes of this investigation.
Well, absolutely. It'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Johnny, thanks.
Thank you.